There is a specific kind of exhaustion woven into modern life. It's driven by a digital environment that constantly suggests we are falling behind, and that regardless of our effort, we are simply not doing enough. To quiet that anxiety, we look for a next level. We buy a new supplement, download a productivity app, or chase a status symbol, operating under the assumption that the right acquisition will finally make us feel adequate. This graph illustrates why that relief is always temporary. In psychology, this is the hedonic treadmill. When we get the thing we wanted, our contentment will spike. But we are biologically wired to return to our baseline level almost immediately. Even in an era of massive abundance, the finish line keeps moving. We find ourselves running in a loop, consuming new products or information just to maintain a temporary sense of security. This cycle persists because it targets our evolutionary hardware, bypassing conscious willpower to trigger ancient survival instincts. We are attempting to navigate a digital landscape built to exploit psychological programming that was never intended for an infinite world. Our brains evolved to thrive in small, stable tribes. In that prehistoric context, the world was a vast and often intimidating wilderness, and your social standing was your only safety net. Monitoring how the tribe perceived you was a biological necessity. If you lost status, you lost access to resources and protection. Caring about what others thought was quite literally a matter of survival. Modern algorithms have weaponized this instinct. These platforms aren't designed to support your well-being. They are optimized to maximize your time on the device by triggering those same ancient survival alarms. The problem arises when we drop these finite tribal instincts into an infinite digital environment. This diagram shows a natural human tribe, about 150 interconnected nodes, suddenly shattering as it's pulled into a global web of billions of strangers. We are now using a brain wired for a small group to compete in a fake, infinite arena. It forces us into a state of constant social comparison that our biology cannot actually win. To keep us engaged, algorithms use two primary mechanisms. The first is the dopamine loop. By feeding us a stream of artificial wins, like likes and shares, and artificial threats, like being left out of a trend, the platform keeps us constantly reaching for the next hit of validation. This constant fluctuation of digital stakes keeps the nervous system in a state of low-grade, chronic fight or flight. The second mechanism is cognitive dissonance. The system forces a direct comparison between your real, internal life and the digital avatars of everyone else. This model contrasts the two. On the left is your messy, fatiguing, behind-the-scenes reality. On the right is everyone else's highlight reel, a smoothed, glowing, curated curve. Comparing internal doubts to external highlights creates a permanent, dull ache of inadequacy. This is the most profitable emotion for a business to exploit, because if you ever felt satisfied, you would stop scrolling. This chronic state of inadequacy keeps the body flooded with cortisol, the hormone of long-term stress. When we are stuck in this high arousal state, the brain prioritizes immediate reaction over complex thought, effectively sidelining the prefrontal cortex. As logic and long-term planning go offline in the front of the brain, the amygdala takes control. This is the seat of immediate reactive impulse. This leaves us in a numb and dumb state, where we act as stimulus response machines, consuming content or products just to temporarily soothe the neurological ache of the day. We have to recognize that in this system, our feelings of lack are a commodity. Satisfaction has no shelf life. The inadequacy never expires, making it the perfect engine for constant growth. To beat a rigged game, you must change your internal physiology. Reclaiming your autonomy in this environment requires a form of active cognitive resistance. The first step is radical indifference toward digital status. If status is the trap's currency, the only way to win is to stop accepting it. Ask yourself, does this signal serve my goals, or is it just noise meant to make me visible to people I don't even respect? Step 2 is information hygiene. Just as you monitor your nutritional diet, you must monitor your information diet. If a platform or account induces consistent feelings of scarcity, it is a toxin that needs to be excluded. Step 3 is the 60-second why audit. Before you buy something or scroll to relieve anxiety, Pause for 1 minute. Determine if this is an impulse to soothe a manufactured feeling of insecurity or an action aligned with your actual life. Most of the time, the new thing we want is just a distraction from an uncomfortable emotion that needs to be felt and processed rather than consumed away. The modern world relies on your impulse to follow every new signal. However, the capacity to sit in discomfort, endure boredom, and ignore the constant pull of the next novelty provides a rare level of autonomy. In a world algorithmically engineered to keep you on a treadmill of inadequacy, claiming your own peace of mind is the most functional form of resistance left.